Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ivy Road. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So today we're going back to my acne series that I started, and we're talking all about the different products that I've tried throughout my life trying to combat the absolute task of acne. If you haven't seen my other videos already, I have already covered cleansers and toners and masks and moisturizers. I will leave them all listed down below if you want to check out those videos as well. But today is all about treatments, and this is kind of like the good stuff. Let's get to the problem and solve it. I'm just going to tell you how I got on with these products, if they made a difference, if they didn't, and yeah, let's just get straight into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so the first product I'm going to talk about is the Everclar Duo Plus. This is a great product. I've raved about this before on my channel many times. When my skin was really bad, like if you see how I clear my acne video, you would have seen me talk about this and seen the difference in results. But when it was really bad, this is the thing that really helped. If you suffer from like really bad clogged pores and you get those tiny little bumps all over your skin, then this is a product that I found really did make a difference for me. But the thing I'm gonna say now is that don't get yourself hooked on it, because I do find that with this product, it's great when you are in time of need and you want to sort out a problem, but you don't want to get in a situation where you're using it so much that your skin starts to rely on it. So when you're not using it, your skin gets really bad, and the only thing that's going to help it is this. Does that make sense? Just use it, and then when you'll find that your skin gets better, try and come off of it and switch onto a regular moisturizer, and just keep things like in check. And that's another thing, don't put this all over your face. I wouldn't recommend it. They recommend, I think, using it as a moisturizer, which to me is like crazy. I wouldn't even do that on my skin, because this literally brings everything out and unclogs your pores. And if I've got skin on my face, it's fine, it hasn't got any spots in it. I don't really want to put this on and give myself spots. Do you know what I mean? So I spot treat with it and it works a treat. The ingredients of this are not the types of ingredients I think you should be using on your skin every single day for years. Okay, so let's go on to something that didn't quite work out, and this is the Rambam Active Purifant. Now, if you've seen the other videos, you know that I just don't get on with this brand. The woman who sold this to me swore by this and said that her sister used it, and within like 2 weeks, this completely gave her perfect skin. So obviously I had very high hopes for this product, and to be honest with you guys, it just didn't work out for me. It didn't do anything. I find I've got oily skin, and this feels quite greasy and quite heavy on my skin, and you're meant to use it at night time. Now, my skin does not react well if I put products on at night. When I go to bed at night, I like to wash my face, have a clean face, and I like to go to sleep. I don't even put moisturizer on, because if I get hot in the night, pores do open for some reason. If I get hot in the summer, then it's just not a good time for me. I get little bumps and it just doesn't work. It just didn't do anything. I didn't notice any results, and my skin was just getting worse when I was using these products. So yeah, I don't really recommend this, and it's not cheap either. Okay, so back to something that really does work for me, and it is aspirin. Now, this is such an easy home remedy. These cost like 19p for like a packet of aspirin. What you do is you crush it up, and then you pour a little bit of water and make a paste, and you pop it on a spot. I've been using this method since I was about 16. So it's been a long time now, and I just love it. It really works a treat. They do say online, if you look it up, you can put it all over your face like a face mask. I really wouldn't recommend doing this, because some people can find this extremely drying, especially if you have dry skin. Be careful. What I like to do is, if I've got like a really big spot, you know, like a really angry or like a deep under skin spot, then I make a paste and pop this on and just go to bed with it on. They say you can leave it on for 20 minutes and wash it off, but I actually go to sleep with it just on my face. It just really helps the swelling, it reduces the redness, and I find it just works a treat. I don't know what else really to say about it. I just find it really works. Another thing which I've been using since I was 16, around that time as well, is TCP. Now, my mum made me start using this, and it's a liquid antiseptic. Now, what this is great for, and I've started using it again recently, is that when you do have a spot, say it's like we're gonna get really descriptive here, so it's gonna be a bit gross, but say you've got like a yellow head or something, or a white head, whatever you want to call it, and it pops. You don't want to pop your spots. Do not pop your spots. It makes things worse. Actually, in the long run, it just causes a bit more of a mess. So try and leave them. But if, say, a spot does pop by accident, so what I do is get a bit of this on a cotton wool bud, and then just pop it on the spot and hold it for a couple of seconds, so it can really get into the spot. And like, it really stings, I must admit, but like, just think of it like getting in there and killing that bacteria. Because another thing is when you pop a spot, you need to make sure you clean that area, because the bacteria might spread like in that area, and then you might get another spot somewhere else that you don't want. So it definitely saves that from happening. And I also find that it just if you've got a spot and you've popped it and you don't know whether everything's out of it, I find popping this on it really helps get in and burn out anything that is left over. Some people I know have used where you can like dilute it and then use it as a toner. I wouldn't do that because this stuff stinks. This stuff absolutely, it's in the bottle, I can smell it from here. If you have a boyfriend, then maybe try and do this on a night when you're not with him, unless you're like on that level of closeness, because this stuff just stinks. Going along with all round things good in your cupboard, let's talk about Pseudocream. I've used this since I was like literally a newborn baby. My mum used to use this for like nappy rash and things like that. This stuff is so good. Oh my gosh, if you have like a spot and it's really red, pop a little bit of this on it and I'm telling you now, the redness is reduced like crazy overnight. So again, I only spot treat with it. They say you can use it all over your face, but I find this too thick. I think it will clog your pores and I don't think it's worth it. I would just spot treat and just go for the bits that are red and really need the help. Like I was saying with the last product, great to have in your cupboard. It is so good. Like if I ever have an allergic reaction or anything of the sort, like this is so good to put on. It just soothes the skin, eczema, anything like that. Really, really great stuff. Now the next two things I actually don't have with me because they're things that I used to try out when I was younger. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Jhalak. Now I got given this when I first got acne when I was about 16 years old. To be honest with you guys, I just have the same opinion on all these kind of creams that I've got from the doctors. I've gone through probably about a good 4 or 5, only 2 of them here that I can actually remember the names, but overall they just do not work for me. They don't do anything. I mean, they might work for like a couple of weeks, but like I said, it's like a band-aid. They just kind of cover the problem. They don't actually sort the problem. So I just kind of don't even bother my time with it. I get much better results with natural remedies like the aspirin or using things like the TCP or Pseudocream, things like that. Like they give me better results than anything the doctor's ever given me. Also, they have got like medicated things in them, which I just find are too strong for my skin. And another thing to note is that some products, like I remember one of the products that I got, it made my skin worse before it got better. That's another thing, sorry, going back to the Olay Plus, you might experience that with this. It does, because it brings out clogged pores and things like that, it does sometimes make your skin a little bit worse before it gets better. So with any treatment, I say stick it out for a good like maybe 2 weeks just to really see how it reacts. I also found that the Zinnerite one, I don't know if I'm saying that right, I also found that that one actually was quite drying on my skin and I couldn't use it too many times in a row. And the same with, oh god, what is it called? Quinoderm. That's another one I've tried, Quinoderm, I think that's what it's called. Again, it worked great, but it was so drying and it's just not practical whatsoever. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Badescu drying lotion. I mean, people rave about this till like the cows come home, and I'm not quite on that level. I think it's amazing stuff, but I think there's a way to use it. Now the way I use this is I only apply this to a spot if it's actually come to a head. If the spot has not fully come to a head, I do not put it on yet. If I put this on too soon, it will just bring it like out. Sometimes if I don't put it on, the spot actually just goes away on its own and it doesn't need it. I wait till it's actually formed, and then what this does, you pop this on a spot and I tell you now, it will dry up overnight, it will go hard. And to be honest with you, I probably only use this once. I don't keep using it night after night because then I find that it dries it out too much, and then what happens is the spot kind of, I don't know, I get more marking. Like if I just use this one night, or if it's like a really stubborn one, maybe 2, then it works a treat, dries it up, makes it go like, you know, hard, and then you just leave it. Go about however you do, normal washing, normal makeup, everything, leave it, and it will just like fall off and dry off on its own. That's the way I like to use it. I know other people probably use it like all the time, every night, but for me it just doesn't give me the best results that way. But this stuff is really, really great stuff, and when I actually bought it was when I was working Harvey Nichols, and I was talking to a woman who actually worked in like New York Fashion Week and all things like that, and she told me that when she's over there and works with models, she goes, this is the thing that they all use. So if it's good enough for the New York Fashion Week models, then you can get on my face. The last treatment I want to talk about is oil cleansing, and this is something that I don't actually do enough of, and it's a really great method. So what I like to use castor oil, and I use avocado oil, but you can use any type of oil that you wish to use. But you just basically pour a bit of castor oil and the oil together, mix it up, and then you apply it on your face, and then you get like a hot cloth and you pop the hot cloth on your face, let it do its thing and it kind of draws out any impurities. Castor oil is amazing for that kind of stuff. I love any like skincare products with castor oil in because I feel like it really does help unclog your pores. But yeah, pop a hot cloth on, let it do its thing, and then I do that twice, and then I wipe it off with a hot cloth, and then I really rinse my face and make sure you get it all off. Do not leave too much oily residue on your face, especially if you have oily skin, you're prone to like larger pores or clogged pores. Then try and get it all off. If you have dry skin, then it's not much of an issue because that oil can actually be really beneficial for your skin. But the best thing about this treatment is it's really natural ingredients. It's not gonna like, hopefully, unless you're like allergic, it's not going to break you out or anything like that. So it's really safe and it's easy to use. Muslin cloths are like the key. You need to get a muslin cloth into your routine because as soon as I use a muslin cloth, my skin is so soft. I used to have like you know that rough texture on your nose from like blackheads. I do not have that anymore. If I touch my nose, I'm not going to if I've got makeup on, but if I touch my nose here, like it's so soft now and it's just so smooth, and when I wash my face it just feels really nice. So get a muslin cloth in your life. Use it when you like take your makeup off with your cleanser. You can use any product you want, but a muslin cloth is like the thing that really kicks it up a notch. But anyway guys, that is it. That's the end of this video. They are all the treatments that I can think of off the top of my head that I've tried. The great thing is now we've finished this series, we are up to date with each other. You guys know all the things that I've tried. So from this point on, any videos that I do is just kind of me introducing all the new things that I'm trying. So I like that. I feel like I've given you the catalogue of my acne. I really hope that this series was really beneficial for you, and if you haven't seen the other videos, then make sure you check them out. They'll all be listed down below. But I have those annoying baby hairs literally on my forehead the whole time. Typical. That is so annoying. Anyway guys, so soon I am planning on doing an updated skincare routine because I've got quite a few like products that I'm trying out which I got after I filmed the other videos. So if you don't want to miss out on my updated skincare routine and my like talking about all my new products that I've got, make sure you click that subscribe button so you do not miss out. And yeah, that's all from me guys today. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.